Things had changed for me beyond all recognition in only a few months. It wasn't even Christmas yet, and it was impossible to believe the sheer amount of things that had happened. To any outsider looking at my life, nothing much seemed to have changed. I was still Pink, a good but not very popular student, with a small circle of friends, dears Lorna and Sylvia, and nothing extraordinary about me. I might have become slightly more interesting thanks to G's appearance and his connection with me. G was rather weird, but he was still the new guy, and being the only one he had shown any interest in gave me some kudos. My best male friend Seth, one of the coolest guys in school, had definitely become more attentive toward me since G had appeared. But G had gone from being a dark and mysterious new guy at school to becoming the pain of my life. An angel, a demon, my friend, my enemy, a helper, a liar. I had no idea who or what he was. And after my bad experiences, I did not believe a word that came out of his mouth. So now it seemed that I might, or might not, depending on which version I choose to believe, hold the power to destroy Satan himself and bring to an end the struggle between good and evil. Or my death could result in the end of the universe. Yes, a standard year in any girl's life. The worst thing was that I didn't have anybody to discuss all of my doubts and issues with. It was quite clear from my previous attempts that talking to my friends wasn't an option. G had already erased my friends' memories before, and now there was far more at stake than just knowing that he was an angel, or rather a demon. The whole world depended on it, and my parents, no option. How could I tell my mother that she had died, but a demon had managed to turn time back and that had saved her? Azrael insisted he could be the solution, but I wasn't that convinced he wasn't part of the problem. I wasn't prepared to trust any of them again, no matter which side they said they were on. Like in politics, I was starting to doubt that there was a great difference between the two warring opposite sides. From my perspective, good and evil seemed to be relative concepts. Maybe I should take up meditation or Zen, and learn to commune with my own mind and accept that life is as it is, and one should not expect it to get better. I'm not sure that for most people that involved getting mixed up with demons and being the only one who might come in the way of sorting out the differences between the celestial beings, but then that didn't mean that such techniques wouldn't work. Life carried on, and I could not spend all my time thinking about the past or trying to solve the mysteries of the universe. There were more pressing things, like going to check the pre-Christmas shopping rush, the fights over the last turkey, and the desperation to grab one final decoration that would make Christmas perfect. Going for a walk with my mother was one of our Christmas Eve's traditions. We were having fun looking at people running around and trying not to dwell on the fact that Aunt Gemma wouldn't be with us. I was also trying to block from my mind any thoughts about what Christmas would have been like if my mother had been caught up in the accident on her way to the airport. That was probably why I didn't see him coming. "Oh, isn't that your friend Greg? He must be back. I hope his relative is better. Greg, Greg," my mother said. And she was right. There he was. Maybe he'd gone to get some chocolate, or he was still trailing me. I cursed silently in my head. Okay, there was no way back. Let's see what he'd say. "Hi, Mrs." I thought he looked a bit sheepish, but I might have been putting my own interpretation on the matter, and even if he looked a bit embarrassed, that didn't mean a thing.